a man of very many names. Some call him Little Wheels, some call him Tanya, some call him John. Michael Junel.
Not Tanya.
Well, before I start, I want to thank my mom and dad for being very supportive of me, pushing me, even though I might not like it, and my sisters for also being supportive of me. Country school has always been a great experience for me. Well, I had up and downs at this school. Some of the downs, playing sports for 3 years, playing about 20 games and probably only winning 2. And some of the good moments, like getting elected to student council. But I was always youngest in my class, so it was a different experience that most people won't have. Such as not getting some of the jokes, not being able to do some of the things they could, or just being too short. Well, at first I felt awkward. Then I met Dylan. Dylan and I did everything together. He was my only friend at this school for a couple of weeks, but by the time we got to the second month, I was friends with mostly everyone. And every year there was someone new in the middle school. In 6th grade it was Justin, in 7th grade it was Xavier, and in 8th grade it was Ashlyn and Faith. Some of the people I will never forget are Dylan, Jack, Flint, Ben, Xavier, and Dashel. Although those have been my friends since I first got here, and this year I'll never forget anyone. Last week we went to Lake Paris, and a lot of people were skeptical about Lake Paris because of the lack of trees and the amount of oddly large ants. But within 25 minutes, all of us were settled in. Even though Mark BJ forgot the tents. We still had an enjoyable first day. We rode a lot of bikes, and one of the bikes I went on, Jack and Dash were pedaling. Everything was going smoothly. I was listening to music and everything. And then there was a curb. So Jack tries to swerve around the curb, and we tip over. Dashel hops out.
Like the good friend he is.
And I'm just me and Jack are just stuck in there, not knowing what to do for like 3 minutes. And that was not a good part. The second day, there was a sandstorm, and that was really scary. But Flint had the audacity to run, try to get inside of the sandstorm. I don't know why. And he did that. And later that day, we went on boats, and me and Delilah were going back to the shore, and then Delilah, Jason and Andrea wanted to race us. So we agreed to race them, and then we were winning the race, but Delilah forgot her water bottle. We had to go back to the island, and she had to get off to the island. I thought she leaned this way, I leaned this way to keep the balance, and I tipped over. I got a lot of lake water in my mouth. It was pretty dirty. I got sick. I slept for like 10 hours, but that was the only bad experience of the trip. The third day, we woke up early. We went on this super tall mountain. We climbed up it, and then Ben, halfway up, wanted to go back down. So we let him go back down. And then Flint, Dashel, Ellie, and I went up to the very top. But I want to thank Flint especially for helping me when I didn't quite know the way up or down, to say the least. The teachers have been great. I don't think I would have grown as much as a person without them. Evelyn taught us math with Mr. Berger, and she really was devoted to math. She gave us homework over the camping trip. That I don't feel like it was just not good. She kind of tortured us with a lot of homework sometimes, but then she would be nicer and give us no homework, which was enjoyable. Mark Bell had these cheesy catchphrases and jokes, like the hammer's down, I'm dropping a dime on you, and everyone knew what they meant. But it took a while to learn. Leon was a history teacher who was really just energetic. He taught with his many diverse stories. He did Muay Thai with his crazy teacher who made him pick up trash for 4 hours if he didn't do something right. He had a lot of stories to tell us. Mark BJ was strict if he needed to be, but he could let us play. Jeremy was a great coach for all the sports, showed me some tips in sports that I wouldn't normally see myself doing. Courtney showed me violin, an instrument that I didn't really have interest in when I first came to the school. but she definitely made it fun. Megan did history when Leanne was gone. Megan was really fun. I didn't know that she was a swimmer, she was a captain of a varsity soccer team, and that she did a lot of other sports. Last but not least is Joe. Joe does so many things for the school. He's practically everywhere. Well, all the teachers and staff supported us, they pushed us, and they loved us. Now, I would like to introduce my great friend, Jack Marsden.